Hey guys, I just want to quickly talk about how to use vitamin K2. First of all, what is it? It's a recently discovered vitamin. They used to talk about vitamin K1 a lot, which is it actually helps you clot. But K2 is a completely different part of that vitamin K complex. And vitamin K2 is vital in the transportation of calcium from the wrong place to the right place. So a lot of people have soft tissue calcium buildup because naturally they're missing this vitamin. And so what happens, they get clogging of the arteries, where they get plaquing. They have tartar on the teeth, cataracts, and arthritis, and bursitis, and tendonitis. And that leads to high blood pressure and stroke and all sorts of things because the calcium starts building up. And as you see, when people get older, they become really, really stiff. That's the calcium building up because they're missing this. This comes from naturally fat, like grass-fed animal products. That's where you get this. But what have they been telling us to avoid over the last 50 years? Fat. That's the worst thing to do. So they want to tell you to avoid cholesterol foods because they don't want you to get a heart attack, when in fact, this is in cholesterol foods to help clean out the calcium plaquing. So the cholesterol plaquing is really just these long-term effects of having problems in the arteries, which you should watch other videos if you want to get the full scoop on that. But the point is, this is much more important to help the cardiovascular system and bone health because it'll take the calcium and drive it right into that bone and make it nice and solid. And I always recommend taking this with vitamin D3, so they work together. And if you have a major problem, take 4 of these and 4 of vitamin D3 in the, I think the D3 would be roughly about 10,000 IUs per pill, and this is 100 micrograms. So basically I have these in the right combination so they work together. So you take a 1-to-1 ratio. If it's a major problem, take 4 and 4 in the morning. If it's a minor problem, you're just maintaining it, take 1 of each. Okay? Now, why do you take it in the morning? Because the stomach is mostly acidic in the morning, and it's the best to digest protein and fats in the morning, not right before you go to bed, of course. So go ahead and take it, and I recommend taking this with some fat, maybe a little butter, or even just with your eggs for breakfast. So I like to take it for breakfast, and then you can basically find that it'll actually be absorbed and through the whole day. You don't need to spread it out through the day, okay? So 4 and 4 or 1 and 1, they're in the right ratios, vitamin K2 and D3 for the transportation of calcium and a lot of other benefits that you run into, okay? So there's no actual problem taking this as far as side effects, but there is a point if you have a gallbladder problem. These are fat vitamins. These are fat-soluble vitamins. So if you have a gallbladder, bloating, constipation, don't have a gallbladder, then you need to add gallbladder formula to this because this will help you digest these two, okay? So that's the only catch-22 with taking this, is because you might not be able to absorb these fat-soluble vitamins because you don't have enough bile, B-I-L-E, from your gallbladder. Okay, so that's the other point with this. But that's how you would take it, and I hope that gave you kind of a little bit of a summary of what you're going for.